So are we there, please?
Yes.
Now read.
Yes.
Apostle John says, they say, for whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And if you look at the word there, overcometh is present continuous. That is 24/7, 365 days. But it didn't stop here. It says, this is the victory that overcometh the world. Even what? Our faith. I read again. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even what? Our faith. Now, do you know? Now, I want to ask you a question, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I want to use, I think 91 and 89. There are two prime numbers, right? Now, I want to use three numbers. 89 is very close to 91, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And the difference between these two numbers are 2. It's 2.
Yes, sir.
But you know that 2 is also a prime number.
That's right.
Now, as close as 89 is to 91, do you have 91 when you have 89?
Do I have the 91?
When you have 89?
No.
You got to add another prime number 2 to it before that can beautiful. I want to tell you, these three numbers I've just used to illustrate what God is trying to say here. Now, Apostle John is talking about God's plan for how you're going to have victory. But he says there are two things mentioned here. First, he said, whatever will give you victory must be something that originates from God. You now see the reason why religion is not of God. Do you know that when you are religious, you don't believe in your faith? That's why you will see an average Christian following these pastors who are going to hell. They never have faith in themselves. Hello? Come to me, somebody. Before you the truth, do you have faith in yourself? Even till now, some of you are still struggling and they have not heard from pastor. No, be honest now.
Yes, sir.
How many pastors tell you the truth that you can do it the way I've been telling you? They will collect your prayer request and money on top. And they say God will do it. Not they will do it, who collected the request. No, be honest. Even when we agree together and God wrought the miracle, are you not the first I congratulate?
Yeah.
Why? Because when you are religious, religious take the first part, God's part. That's why religious, when they have been programmed, whatever is happening to you, accept it as your faith. Now, the atheist, how somebody you are following me?
Yeah.
The atheists are also the same thing, but they don't know. In fact, atheists and religious people, are you with me?
Yeah.
They are the unidentical twins of the devil. The same devil behind atheism is the same devil that is behind religion. None is divine. I'm not sure if I'm making some sense close. Okay, maybe let me use numbers that are close. 2, 3, and 5. Those three are all prime numbers, okay? But you can't have 5, which is like God's will, without 2 and 3. Religious people just carry 3. Atheists just carry what? 2. Do you know that there are people who don't believe in God, they believe everything about spinning. They hold the truth, our faith. No, it didn't say pastor's faith. If you believe your victory in life, are you with me? It's based on if I'm getting across to us. Now, what we call grace of God, are you with me? Of God for your life is totally divine. You need it. It's part of what will give you victory in this life. But it needs to be married with your faith. And listen to me, your own faith is yours. God has nothing to do with your faith. Yes. That is against that thing you are supposed to have faith in. That's why you now call it what? Doubt. Do you see? So doubt doesn't actually exist. But faith exists for every adult. So this hand of Pentecost, you see, bracket, is handling determines. You get it? It's handling this first part of this scripture. Those things that are what? Born of God. Those things that God himself what? Determines. Remember, we have a chart that I showed you about your two hands. Remember? And I told you that your left hand, that's God. And your right hand is you in person. Is somebody with me?
Yes, sir.
Should I tell you what those hands really means? That hand you are calling the hand of God is actually the hand of the grace of God. And that hand that you are calling your own hand is actually your faith. Maybe let me look for that chart. I know we have it. Can you help me, please? If you see it, I think it's add-on extra. I'm British. No, it's not this. It's add-on extra 3. I'm in the spirit. If you believe that you're on your own with that, because I found chat, I'm in the spirit. That's what some of you will hear now. You now allow somebody to deceive you. That because the person is coughing, he's under the anointing. So you should carry saliva instead of you to slap the person for indecency. It's add-on extra 3. Add-on extra 3. So can we see that on our screen now, please? Add-on extra 3. But I love this illustration. You know why I love it? Because all of us will have our hands. So that every day, just when you wake up, look at your hands. Realize that no pastor, no husband, no wife, no parent, no child should hold you captive. No boss, no staff of yours, no neighbor, no friend should hold you captive. Because you are image of the Most High, your heavenly Father. Everybody, please, let's look at our two hands. See, me, I love this. See, if you are looking for the chart, number 1 chart, I'll show you today. Don't think I'll give you assignment on that one. You won't hear that kind of that. Which one is pastor's? No, you are not here about, but you are here about the truth. I'm just saying this is the one I love the most. After this one is that chart about cup of humility. That's why all of you that are close to me, you will see that if you want to know my own side, or look for the part that has cup of humility and has the color of the light of this world. No, me, I don't preach what I don't practice. Before I tell you to do so, I'm already doing it. That's why when I tell you that before you sleep at night, take stock. I do that every single night. I go over my day, the ones I messed up, the one I didn't accomplish, the one I'm still struggling to accomplish. My table before the Lord, trusting God for the best the next day. The victory I've had, trusting God to sustain it. That's what I do. So before I tell you something, God, this is my witness. It's something I've applied myself. So I don't know, but I personally believe that's why God gave us this power. So that all of us, when you wake up, look at your palm and say, wow, I look exactly like God. Will I shock you, somebody? Hello, that we have all been idol worshippers as Christians. Will I tell you how? If you ever see that picture with blonde hair and you call it Jesus Christ, you are an idol worshipper. The only time you are not an idol worshipper is if you take a picture of yourself and say, this is Jesus Christ. Say, Jimawa, because that's what you taught people. It doesn't mean you are not an idol worshiper because you have taught people. When are you not an idol worshiper? When you see, you don't have to take all of your picture. Once you see picture of yourself, I didn't say your husband, your wife, or your mama, your own picture. Are you with me? And you tell yourself, you tell people. Please, somebody, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Some of you are even super idol worshiper. You know why? Because you have that picture I'm talking about in your house, big at the corner. As the most, in fact, you always dust it every. Your own picture you don't dust. Hello. No, I'm serious. But no, it doesn't mean you're not an idol. It's idolatry. When you carry that blonde, one head of one white man coat, and they tell you that is how Christ. And go and look at all those people. They will now show one heart with tongues. One day I will take you to the Holy Spirit to show you that these are things that ever, and you will now see on the other free hand, one hand on the chest, on the other free hand, there's a court, an international court. That is their sign. That's the person you are saying is your Messiah. Your Messiah is you. So repent. When people are asking you, what does Christ look like? Carry your picture and show them that this is Christ. He said, Pastor, what are you talking about? I'm not blaspheming. What did the Bible tell us in 1 Corinthians 6:20? He said, glorify God in your body. And you say, why? Because we are what? Your body is. So have I blasphemed to say that if you are looking for Christ, this is Christ you are seeing? This is how Christ looks. So it's still in line with these two hands. Pardon? Ask your question, St. Timon. It's an interactive.
Sorry, for my study earlier,
Yes,
some years back,
yes,
I wanted to know how Jesus Christ actually looked like.
yes.
And they discovered the shroud that they tested in the lab or whatever, and discovered that shroud is a little bit, has more power than the normal negative pictures that people during the time they used to snap with film, all that stuff. And they used it to portray the face of Jesus Christ. So please, I want to know whether that thing is true.
All right.
But they said that shroud is still somewhere in either Italy or England.
Beautiful. The question our big brother Saint Kima is asking is about. I'll tell you, you are still with me. That shroud is actually called Shroud of Turin. That's where it is. The town is in Italy. And I want to challenge every one of us to Google Shroud of Turin. You will see all the research that has been done and everything. As all the say, you will see this, even though it's online, it's been proven to be fake. It's not that of Christ. And even more scriptural proof, the features of that Shroud of Turin, okay, doesn't fit the features in Revelation when Jesus' guardian angel appeared to Apostle John. And Apostle John described how Christ looked. They don't have the same feature. But you see, the most important is what Christ said in John chapter 4, verse 20. He said, God is what? A spirit. And remember, when Even King James translated it when they said they saw Christ. What did the apostle, especially Thomas, was saying? They said it must be a what? A ghost. What did Jesus Christ say? Go and read that word. It is the Greek word pneuma for spirit. I don't know what that did, but King James put ghost there. What was said that it must be a spirit. And what did Jesus Christ say? He said, spirits don't have what? Beautiful. So if God is a spirit, so which body and answer belongs to Christ? The only body of Christ now is you and I. So if anybody asks you, they want to see how Christ looks, say, this is how Christ looks. And that's what the Bible says, Christ in you, Colossians 1:27, the hope of glory. So once you are saved, you have become Christ. In fact, 2 Corinthians 6:14, you were never called Christian. It's people, unbelievers that call us Christian. What God calls us is Christ. 2 Corinthians 6:14. One of the names you are called light, you are called believers. Are you with me? You are called righteousness. You are also called Christ. You are also called saints. That's why you see sometimes I call some of you saying this. You know why I've not been calling you Christ? So you won't stone me yet out of your unbelief. I want to live to fulfill my purpose and take care of health and get to adulthood. That's why I'm not just started calling you Christ. But the day your faith, are you with me? Start maturing. That's what I'll be calling you. The way I call King, you start hearing one day, Christ become. That's why you see now. I've not yet started. The example, question is already started. But that's how I call you Christ. As you expect to slap. But that's the truth. Can somebody say amen to this? Shinning, I'm sharing with you. You need to get this. You just finding that to swallow. But that's the truth. That is why many of us are not having the victory. You know why? Do you know who believe is Christ? That image. Probably one demon worshiper. Have you ever noticed that the same Oyibo show you that gay looking man and the homosexual looking and say that is your Jesus Christ? Also shows all the picture of devil as a black person. That's why you see women want to scrape their body. But go and read Revelation. The Bible said the skin of Jesus Christ was golden brown. Is there? Oyibo don't have golden brown body. That means that even if I have to talk about body, the body Christ even stayed in, are you with me? It's even more African than the Oyibo they are showing you. And part of archaeological discovery, the astrologers in games, this is one maybe two is the astrologer translated it wise men. Go and read your Bible. The astrologers, they are not anything wise. And they were not three. We don't know whether they are hundreds. He just said astrologers from the east. He didn't say three. The only thing was three gifts they presented. They were not three. And men start from two. That's why you see my new younger. You know what? Nobody ever asks me, ask your child. Nobody asks your kids. From 0 to kids. Amen. It's true now. This is what I'm proud of, F and Kena. But they gave me something that I can do in talk to many of you. King is looking another way. Instead of you to have done the thing to produce things. Don't believe that. So before you now say, Pastor say, see, sisters, if your husband come and say, let's do it well, so I can have to. I didn't say that. It's on his own. Children are God's heritage. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Did I say boys are God's heritage?
No, sir.
That's another thing. Because I said it's demonic for you to think your male child is higher, which is what African tradition says. You know what of you have heard from that? That is now divine, that your girl child is superior. I never said that. What the Bible says, children are the heritage of the Lord. It didn't say girls. It didn't say boys. There is nothing like a higher grace because you have girls. There's nothing like a higher grace because you have boys. So don't think you will go to heaven. The way you won't go to heaven when you esteem your boys more than your boy more than your girl is the same way you won't go to heaven you esteem your girl more than your children. As what he's saying, it's adult human beings that we are talking about here. Do you get it? It's adults, that there is a difference. You get it? It's an adult woman that's a different from an adult man. Do you get it? By grace. Children are what? Children. You get it? Just like when somebody is hungry. Hunger is hunger. You say you bless a woman that is hungry. Well, if you only have one person, at that moment you have to look for something to differentiate. Do you get it? Of course, you should give the woman. If it's just only one that needs to go down. Do you understand? Beautiful. Or if the one that is hungry is saved. Do you get it? Whether man or woman, you should give the one that is saved before the one that is not saved. That's what Galatians 6 says. It says, do good to what? Ever. Did he say especially in your church? But let me tell you something that are demonic. Denominationalism is demonic. If you ever relate to somebody because you see them in church now, you're on your own. It should be because they are following the kind of pastor you follow as you follow Christ. Are you with me? But not because in the church. Just like, see, there's no difference between denominationalism and tribalism, and familism, and sexism. All those isms, there's no difference. I've told you when we get to heaven, no, I've told you will not see. You will see me in heaven big time. Are you with me? But guess what? In fact, you will see everybody that follow me as I follow Christ in heaven big time. But you know what you will not see in heaven? Shining Light Ministries. It's strange. I could have go and do your research. The former name of the ministry used to be my name. And it's still registered till tomorrow. That's why if you put Jide-Samuel Ministries.org, it will lead you to ShinningLightMinistries.org. We start together. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because it's all man-made. I could have even called it Fire Kill You Ministries. Of course, anybody preaching the truth will not name that. But let's assume it is possible. Are you with me? The name would have been Fire Kill You, Thunder Fire You. God punish you ministry, and things will still work for you. How we are getting that place. So going back, so this is your 2 hands. But now that God's hand is hand of grace. In fact, this God and me, I'm not going to change it. But in your own when you print it, okay, you can now put it back. Maybe I will do that. Okay, maybe I will do that thing. Maybe under God, I put grace in brackets. Then under me, I put faith. I think that's okay, everybody. Yes. So that means that after service, you will see that update on that. Just is a good one. Don't ever think faith is about God. God has his own faith too, but that's not what's going to work for you. What is going to work for you is his grace. Do you understand? Grace is God's own hand. Grace is that part of you can never change. Last week I used tumbler. Yes. Grace of God, this God that is like that shape of the tumbler. Do you get it? But see, your own faith is the liquid that fills the tumbler. And it's not somebody else's faith. Yeah. Uncle Efsa. Permission to use it as no, sit down, sir. Please, I want to live longer. Now, as a brother, of course, what makes you a brother is a man. As a man, as a child, there's nothing you can do for madam. That's the truth. It's madam that can pay you. But you see, it's still your faith determined. I'm not sure you can realize that illustration. But do you know that many people don't believe that statement? You know why? Because they've seen a man beat his wife, curse the wife, and the beating and the curse take place. You know what took place? The truth about it. That woman took that man as her God. That is why whatever course that man is putting is coming to pass. Because your own hand is your faith. That's why you see here, say this is the victory that overcometh the world. Even our faith, even your faith. There's nothing like husband grace, pastor faith. If parents cannot have grace over you as an adult human being, and the pastor can, is it now an husband or wife that we have? Oh. Please leave that to those people. Don't believe all those lies. We have entered the season of truth. Many men are going to die. You don't even need to say amen. Because the last beating of their wife is the last they will ever touch. Yes. No, sisters, you are free to say that amen. To encourage your sisters that are in that slavery called marriage. It's the sisters that should say that. Because Christ said, I've come to set the captives free. Spiritual captives, marital captives, family captives, business, professional captives. There are many people in captive. Work-wise. That's true. Listen to me, let me tell you this. The records are there. Years ago, all of you that had the privilege to be your pastor many years ago, specifically in the 80s, in the city of Ibadan, you understand what I'm talking about? See, that time, and this woman is still alive, you can go and I can give you a detail. Ask her, when you were pastor secretary, how much were you being paid? My secretary, this sister, that was the highest paid secretary. In fact, I gave her the challenge to look for anybody doing secretarial work. In fact, what we use as a standard for an international organization based in the part of there, I got the salary scale for secretary. And the highest they were paying their secretary is what started this woman with. That's the truth. So don't think, and why I did that, even pastors will come. They will say, pastor, this one that you're paying, so, that Sister B, why are you paying Sister B this much? Are you saw nothing there? I said, yes, something is that she's my secretary. And I told them that the justification, I said she's doing more than my secretary because she was managing my finances. In fact, then, all the stipends, everything, then, of course, these great men have not arrived there. The taking care of my parents, she's the one. Many times, for weeks, communication, worldwide, I won't have time to get to the office. But nobody ever came and complained that they got to the ministry and they were not attended to. The staffs get their salary. In fact, that time, there was a federal organization that used to pay their staff by, I think, 22nd of every month. You know what started doing the ministry that time? I said all our staff must be paid by 18th. That is, to me, what Christianity is. So don't think that your pastor and saying things have not. But some people are not like that. And to me, when you have workers, the more they are working, the more you should reward them. So when people say, why are you appreciating this person? It's because the person is doing more than they should do. So others will be encouraged to also do. But do you know that in our world, this world we are here is very wicked. When you are hard working your place of work, they will not give you more work because they know you will do it. And the anointing, they will not promote you and the lazy one at the same time. No, it's true. But this year, that has come to an end. In fact, such people who have been dutiful with their work, people will see that to be hardworking is profitable. God will lift. So me, I don't believe in death of people. That bosses, they will still be alive. Right before their koro eyes, God will lift the arm of those hardworking staff. And God will set a table before those hardworking children of God, daughters and sons of the Most High. And their cup will run over. It's true. We can't keep on going on this. Why should we live in a society that people be celebrating laziness? Especially by these pastors. Have you ever seen any pastor? I told you before, have you ever seen a pastor or their children go for evangelism? Or cleaning the temple for the Sunday idolatry worship? You will never find it. The only thing they will not do, and I know why they won't do that, is for the member to come and take part for their wife. They won't agree to that one. And you know the reason why. But every other thing, they will clean the pastor's house, clean church, go and cook. Have you not seen people what I'm talking about? You will think they are going to heaven the way they are going to their pastor to go and clean his house. Heaven will they go? I'm not saying, even if you are going to do that, go and read the Bible. That pastor must have fed you God's word. There must have been things that courtesy of God's word that has changed in your life. I'm not sure you're getting before you even can even do something. But even if you're going to do it, it's not as a slave. You should be rewarded. Some time ago, I was so busy, I didn't see what Mama was doing. So later, when I came from heaven back to her, and I saw the suitcase that she wanted to use. So the people around her, I said, not under my watch. Will the old mama use this suitcase? When they are more correct suitcase, they are daughters of the Most High. So when Mama came back from her house, she just said, say, Mama, let them start counting your CV. You are saved, you are filled with the Holy Ghost, you talk in tongues, you speak in tongues, you are married to a faithful minister, you have given back to 2 great. I said, let me see the CV. I said, this is the suitcase of such people. But I understood why she picked the former. It's not that the former one was not good. It's good. It's fine. But you see, the one that gave her is the number 2 best suitcase in this world. The only test that suitcase failed was when a Boeing 737 ran over it. That's the only time it failed. But every other thing, they survived it. That's why it was very expensive. I even told her, I said, I'm sure people that have eyes, when they see this suitcase, they will salute. And that's what happened. People were, even though they were offering to. When you see people in suit with time, trying to collect suitcase, it's not how you stand, it's the worth of the suitcase. See, that's what doors. Do you know that liars of this world, they are the one packaging themselves? Yes. You, the child of God, you will not now package yourself, you will not carry yourself. Because you are simple as a child of God, does not mean you don't be leader. You are supposed to be like light wire. Look lean, let people touch you. I know they touch the Most High. So God's people, start walking by faith, please. You got that? Yes, sir. Start what? So you now understand the updates now. God's grace and your God's what? God's grace and my faith. Again? God's grace and my faith. Again? You see, I'm talking to you like school children. See, all of us are school children. The only difference is, what are you a school child for? That's why when you see men who don't want to be school children to their wife, they will be school children to the one outside. No, it's true. If you are not a school child to an Esther, you will be a school child to a Jezebel. Or Delilah, exactly. God bless you, Jim. But to say you won't be a school child in your life, the only thing you can decide, God's people, brothers, is which kind of school child do you want to be? Is it a school child to an Esther, or a school child to a Delilah or Vashti, even plenty, or Jezebel? Okay? So now you now understand that this is talking about the God's grace side, okay? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Of course, those your two as terms, isn't it? So this is God's own hand now. But I've changed it to a new version now.
Yes.
There is a mistake in this one. This is the real version. This is the authentic hand of grace. And you see the thumb of this is fake. I don't see old there. I've changed it now. Your internet is broke. Kings. You have a better side releasing your faith. Than not seeing pastor now have more faith than you. I don't move thinking from this beautiful question that Saint Chima asked that why is there a grace of mother but there is no grace of father? The next chart, number 10 of hand factor, which is now the chart of you in person, which is the chart of faith, the hand of faith, explains it. When it comes to faith, don't forget the scripture. 1 John chapter 5 verse 4. It says, whatsoever is born of God does what? Overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. And I said, those two hands, how you will live is grace of God, your faith. We've seen hand of grace. Now we're examining hand of faith. Can the brethren online see? Because I've already moved on to that. I'm not sure about the Thomas people here. Can the brethren online see the new chat I'm sharing?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Which one is yes, which one is no? Is it no to number 11 or yes to number 11?
I'm not seeing the hand of, sir.
I'm not sure.
Yes, I'm seeing the new chart, sir. We are seeing the new chart, hand of victory.
Hand of victory, which is hand of faith. Are you seeing it here too? Yes, now this is the other hand. The left hand of God. I say that is grace. You've seen it now. The highest grace will be kings, which means that when you're faithful, and that's your second assignment. Why that's the greatest? Followed by the grace of being saved. Okay? The Bible says in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 6, for by grace are we saved, again through faith. Beautiful. So, and next to that one is flock, which is your third question. Why is the grace of a flock greater than the grace of being a pastor? This is why all these pastors don't want the truth. They don't want to tell you the truth. But they know the day the flock under them knows that they carry higher grace than them, their church will be empty. But you will now see that the lowest of grace, is grace, is motherhood. You don't see fatherhood there. I told you I would have said women, or you can be a woman pastor, a woman flock. That's why I didn't put woman there. Do you understand? And I didn't want to say feminine. Being a pastor is a feminine entity. You get it? The feminine entity. Even being saved, the feminine entity. That's why the church, the body of Christ, is called the bride of Christ. You get it? So I couldn't use feminine. That's why I used motherhood. So you know I'm talking about adult females. You get it? And before I could ask, our big brother Saint Chima asked a very sound question. He says, why is there no grace of fatherhood? And I said the answer is in this, your own hand now, which is hand of your faith. Not hand of faith, hand of your faith. Because that one too is not hand of grace, it's hand of God's grace. So it's not hand of faith. So don't think somebody else's faith applies here. It's your own faith. Now, what is the thumbs up or down for the hand of faith of victory? Adult.
Adult.
You see, what makes you an adult? It's actually faith that makes you an adult. And 24/7 in your life, you are walking by faith. And that's the greatest. Do you see the reason? Another reason that no pastor can curse you if you are not cursing yourself. Hello. What did I just say?
Heaven knows. No pastor can curse me if I'm not cursed myself. I've not cursed myself.
And if no pastor can curse you, then no parent can. And if no parent can, no husband can. No wife can. No boss in your office can. No landlord, landlady can. Which other thing? No politician can. Everybody has turned themselves into a prophet. No anointing oil can. No fasting can. You not see anybody that tells you that you are doomed because you are not married, they're a liar. Marriage is not an essential. It's part of the elective. There's nowhere in the scripture that because you are not married, you won't go to heaven. You make it in this one and make it. Once you grow up, you are saved and you are faithful. That's it. You now see what is, we are getting to now the truth that is going to happen in Nigeria. Now look at this hand of faith very well. Look at this hand of faith very well. Okay? Everybody, look at this hand of faith very well.
Yes,
can you notice that there's a group of people, they are represented twice here? A group of people. That did very well.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you noticed?
Yes, sir.
What group of people are represented twice here?
First, ministers, pastors and servants.
Ministers.
Pastors and servants.
Now, this is what confuses many people. There's a level of faith. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
That being a minister brings. But there's a much higher level of faith, which is the power of truth, that being a faithful minister brings. Of course, a faithful minister can bring what a normal minister can bring, but non-faithful minister can never bring what a faithful minister can bring. And guess who is in between them? The flock. You now see the reason why before now, what those pastors thought was their own faith at work was actually the faith of the flock. But do you now see the reason why the president won? Against the faith of the flock. But the faith of the flock is still following these pastors. Because it's the faith of faithful ministers in the land that is at work. I didn't say grace. Faith. In fact, let me tell you this. In that illustration that I gave you, I said God's will is 5. The grace of God is 3. But 2 is our faith. I've always give you that assignment that I arranged them. God's will is the most supreme, followed by His grace. The lowest is the faith of man. Okay? But, hello? What did I tell you about male entity? What did I tell you about male entity? Male entity determines the gender or the nature of the relationship. Beautiful. Even though your left hand represents God, which is the grace of God, and your right hand, your faith. I want to tell you this. Even though this is lower, it is male. That's why the Bible says the just shall live by his own faith. God never said the just shall live by my grace. Even though the grace of God is higher, Your faith is what will determine what will happen to you. That's why it is with God. All things about God, the wit there is your faith. But when it comes to your faith, you don't need wit. These 5 levels of faith or types of faith is what determines victory. Even though the grace is being tapped from God. You get it? But this is what manifests it. Can you see this one? Sometimes bad things will happen and God cannot do anything. Because the grace of God is feminine. The grace of God is feminine. It's your faith, it's man's faith that determines what will happen. Even though it is sourced from the grace of God. And that is why, do you realize that now? Do you see that women are not represented when it comes to faith here? What do you see in the little finger here?
Husbands.
Between men and women, who are husbands?
Men.
Beautiful. And do you see why I said that? It's men that determines marriage. That's why when you see women killing themselves over marriage, they're just destroying their soul. They're just wasting their life. No matter how much you love a man, it doesn't mean you will never be his wife. It's his faith that will determine whether you're his wife. And faith is voluntary. Once you are forced to do something, there's no more faith. I hope you are beginning to see that now. And being an adult, your faith as an adult, is more powerful than the faith of a faithful minister. That is why even as a faithful minister, if I prophesy something to you, if you don't believe it, it won't come to pass.
Yes.
I'll tell you the truth. That's what I've told you. There's nothing that says because you are around me, you won't die untimely. If you release your faith to what will bring untimely death, so shall it be. Because faith works with grace. Faith, your faith is the husband of God's grace, not the mercies of God. And where the power of mercy stops is where the grace of God begins. That is why you see Ananias and Sapphira, did they waste their life? Has it ever occurred to you somebody that it's possible they left the children behind? Has it ever occurred to you that maybe they had parents? No, most likely, if they have a mother, any of them, who is a faithful mother, the mother would have gone in her house before the children died in the temple before the apostles. That's the truth. You know why the mercies of God around the apostle Peter couldn't save them? Because faith is married to grace. And faith as an adult is the greatest. Greater than what a faithful minister can bring. Greater than what flocks are manifesting. Are you now beginning to see what happened in the election now? That's why even though those pastors prophesied, you get it, and their flock, no, I told you that they themselves started believing the lie. They thought it was their faith at work. They didn't know it's their flock because they are not faithful. Even the flock too thought is their pastor. So they didn't know that because their pastor is not faithful, he cannot generate any faith higher than them. I'm not sure you're getting it now. But even as at that, it's still required. Do you know it took faith for President Buhari to contest? If in person he didn't have that faith, no faith of any faithful minister would have won victory on his behalf. But you see, for the others, even though they had faith, their faith was rooted in either unfaithful minister or the flock, not on the truth. Because the truth will tell you that it's a game of numbers. God's faith will never be behind cheating. Someone say, So, what about the people that were caught? Both sides had people that were caught from printing. So that has knocked out the cheating point. I'm not sure if you are getting it. That has knocked out the cheating point. Okay, you say card reader. Both sides won where there was no card reader. Both sides won where there was card reader. In fact, the opposition by percentage in Anambra State had the highest victory by percentage. So what does that told you? That should tell you that it's a higher force than people have expected. That's why these pastors are still very young. Instead of them to learn that they have only one choice, to start preaching the truth. To start telling God's people the truth so that they can begin to release faith of what? The true minister. Are you seeing it now? So does that answer the question, Saint Chima, please? That's why let me tell you, in marriage, you women, you bring grace in marriage, not faith. There's no woman that can bring faith in marriage. It doesn't exist. When you are praying, let me tell you this, what you are doing, sisters. When you are praying to get married, since there is no faith of a wife, it's grace of a wife, not faith. What you are actually doing is that you are releasing your faith as an adult human being. Okay? And if you're a minister, it will be as a minister. If you are a non-believer, as an adult human being. If as a pastor, if you are faithful, it's as a no faithful pastor as a woman. We pray for marriage. That's actually what you release. That is why when women pray for that, guess who we get? They will get a God or a pastor who will enslave them. They can never get a man. God will never give you a man material when you are asking in there, unless you don't know what you're doing. But that you know what you are doing, you know the truth. The Bible says God is light, and in Him there is no darkness. It's only you don't know what you are doing. You say, how do I know what you are doing? When you defend yourself like Adam, you know what you are doing. The Bible says in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14, it said, who was deceived between Adam and Eve? Adam was deceived. Where did you see that in your Bible?
Adam.
Yeah.
Saying which Bible are you reading?
Sorry. Eve.
It was Eve that was deceived.
Eve was deceived.
And if you go and read 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14 again, it was Adam that brought us to where we are. Because he knew what he was doing. And the proof of that Eve didn't know what she was doing. No, she said the truth. She said, the devil told me a lie and I did what I believed and I ate. Is that what Adam said?
No, sir.
What did Adam say? The woman you gave me. I said, did you? No, it's true. That's what Adam said. That's the truth. Once you make an excuse, you know what you are doing. People don't know what they are doing. They don't make an excuse. They will just say it the way it is. If it's the pastor, they say it's my pastor that said it and I did. And you know another thing? She didn't make excuse for the devil. He said the devil did what deceived me and I believed. That's how you know when people are honest. And God is an awesome God. If Adam had actually done like Eve, we won't be where we are today. So how we can separate faith from grace now?
Yes,
But why I like this the most is that being an adult, as a faith is the most powerful faith. Do you see that? It's the most powerful faith. Just like what is the most powerful grace? When you are faithful. That's the most powerful grace. So even if you are interested in your two hands, be interested in those two thumbs up. You know, sometimes I do two thumbs up for you. Thumbs up of God, be faithful. Thumbs up of your belief in yourself. Are you with me? It's because you believe in yourself that as a faithful minister, your faith will work. As a flock, it will work. Somebody is asking that how come there are not two kinds of flock? There can be. Every flock is because you are publishing. You are like a multiplier. Your faith multiplies. Multiply the seed. In fact, what faithful ministers bring is truth. What ministers generally bring is seed. Do you get it now? But as a flock, what you manifest is what? Fruit. Fruit is gotten from seed. You get it now? Fruit is gotten from seed. And brothers, see your own. I've told you, if your marriage will work, go and read your Bible. Sisters, you can't make your marriage work. What you can do is to make sure you carry the grace of a wife. Sisters, what did I say? That's when sisters will not talk now. Because I've said things that your flesh doesn't want to hear. I will say it again, you must repeat after me. I said, sisters, you cannot make your marriage work because you don't bring faith to marriage. If your marriage works, is the man's, your husband's responsibility. If it doesn't work, that's not because I've told you what you are wearing is ring, you are wearing it doesn't mean you are his wife. Brothers, believe this truth I'm telling you so that you won't lie too late. You know I say you won't lie too late. Huh? If you hold a woman who is not your wife under bondage, you're going to die very soon. Because Christ has come to set the captive free. Even your own wife, no man owes their wife bondage. The reason why you are even holding her captive because you don't see her as a wife. That's the truth. Christ has come to set the captive free. All it takes is for the woman in question, they should just be God behind. And everyday testimony. In fact, the day before yesterday was one of my happiest moments. A woman who is such a daughter of the Most High, who is such abusive relationship. And guess what? This woman, as her president was pregnant for this guy, yet there is no fear, there is nothing like a DNA. Her faith in our God that made her is still supreme. But when I had that testimony, so all of you that you are calling me on top, you now see the sudden happiness. But you know, because you got to protect people, you understand? That's why I didn't mention anything. But that was my son. Because everybody on top said, Pastor, you are so excited. That is my reason. I've told you, I'm not done with my purpose until every child of God is set free from pastors who have hold their captive. Until every woman is set free from marriages that have held them captive. Until every hard-working people out there are set free from bosses who have held them captive. Until every citizen are set free from government leaders that have held them captive. That's when my joy. Because Christ came to set the captives free. And life is about law. Nobody can do anything against the truth. I hope you are with me. In fact, you will see some cases where you see some men. The very thing they will be accusing their wife for, they are the one that will be guilty of it. That's why I told you, see, listen to me, God's people. There is no man that God made. We are all image and glory of God. As long as you are, brothers, you are listening, as long as you're a guy, you're a man. Yeah, are you the one that made yourself a man? Don't let, go and read Matthew 30. What did Jesus say? He said, our tradition has made God's word to be of what? No effect. He didn't say your tradition is higher than or more powerful than God's word. He said because of your tradition, that's why the truth, the word is not working for you. Because you are living in self-division. And that's why I keep on encouraging sisters. Once you're in that situation, realize it's an adult. You just make sure, especially if you already have children, for the sake of your remain God-fearing. And like I said, you can't cross your leg, cross your heart. Because that is yours. Cross your heart. Because you are going to give account to God. The Bible says, glorify God in your body. If all these three, my body, I honor you with my body is scriptural. All those creed in marriage, all those repetition of sleep. Go and read all these marriage committed. A wonderful couple came for counsel, even though primarily it's not for counsel, it's to preach the word. Are you with me? But you can't stop. People still want to know, but they will come to you. So wonderful couples about to get married came to me. Then they want to see me. They said there are some issues. Guess what the issues are? They said, where would they do the wedding? The wife's family says it must be in the wife's place. The husband's family says, but the husband's family will not that because the husband's father is supposed to be a man of God like pastor. You know what I told them? I said, both families and the two of you are all wrong. And I asked them, I said, what if one of you is a Muslim? So what will you do? You carry out and say, you cannot marry. And I showed them from God's word. I said, show me in God's word where marriage is determined by church. I told them, I said, in our land worldwide, in fact, the only thing people ever do, please everybody listen to me. The only thing you've ever done that has meaning to your marriage is the registry. Church service, reception, white garment, and what is the price? Is it bridal garment they call it, or white garment? Bridal gown. Bridal gown, and which other thing? Bridal train or bridal plane? Wine carrying, cattle rearing, bride train, bride plane, cake, bachelor's, spintas, testimony night. Christian liars. They will not say it's testimony night. See, all these things don't make marriage. Let me tell you, an average married person is an adulterer and an adulteress. You know why? Because they are having sexual fellowship with the person they are not married with. Those things I've just said is not what makes somebody your husband or wife. Where was a pastor or church in Garden of Eden? Somebody answer me now. If child education is wrong, so is church wedding that is not wrong. Huh? Do you know how important children are to God? Those are God's heritage. And the last one you had when I showed you that child education is wrong. Well, let me tell you, my followership drop last Sunday. I doesn't tell you. Because of that thing I said about child education, many people reacted. People call me and say, Pastor, how can you say child education is wrong? I said, I didn't say it. God said it. So you are saying God is wrong. You are on your own. And I gave them some facts. I said, for them to know that they should not think me, I didn't do child education. I told you last Sunday too. On the eve of the day they will be, whether it's day or something, they arrived on Sunday. On Saturday, that's when Mama's mom came and said there was naming ceremony. And I just walked with this scripture, give unto Caesar what is Caesar. And people that attended, you will think we are planning it, but you won't know that it's something under 24 hours. It's not nothing to do with it, it's about standard. I come in Africa. that will do child dedication, naming ceremony, marriage ceremony, wine carrying, cattle clearing, dowry list. What other thing? Anointing oil.
Baby shower.
Okay, God bless you. Baby shower, adult shower, bridal shower. As if none of the take back. No wonder King was asking about bath not being essential. Every grandmother is looking forward to do omugo. Do you know what omugo is in Yoruba? It means didiri. No, it's true. It's true. If you see Yoruba man call you omugo, don't think he's praising you. It means you are eating bath. No, it's true. Also, there's no covenant between a mother and their grandchildren. If the omugo is to take care of your daughter, yes, you are scriptural. I hope grandmothers, you are listening. If it's to take care of your daughter, in fact, heaven is really waiting for you big time. But if it's to take care of grandchildren, if you see spiritual slap, you're already getting. But if you say I'm your husband, the husband better stop cutting you, or you bring disaster on him. There's no covenant in the Bible between grandmother and grandchildren. It doesn't exist. Your covenant is with your own child. So if the omugo is about to take care of your daughter, yes. Are you with me? To help your daughter, yes. Let me see the dimbat husband that will eat the food your mother-in-law cook. Whether stomach upset will not kill you. Instead of you to go to the kitchen and help your wife and cook, are you not the one that cooked that? Saint Chima, are you not the one that cooked that? If you don't cook her very well, will you have awesome daughter like Ada? Seem fine. You are not the one that cooked madam. Can a woman get pregnant without the man cooking her?
You say direct, you say cook her.
So you didn't cook her. And people like you, I know you know how to cook very well. That's why when somebody, no, you need to see Saint Chima's kids. Awesome. You see the daughter, very beautiful woman in the making. See the sons, correct swag. There are some people like that that won't adapt this way if the cooking was not. So if you no, it's true. I keep on telling you, any man, if you receive that woman is your wife, you by the time she delivers, you will be treating her like egg. You will be the one to go and cook fish. And if you cook human food to have your children, you should be able to cook physical food. Not that you cross leg. Pardon?
I didn't eat South food.
Did he just give birth? You'll be using comparing apple with guava. We are talking about when your wife just gave birth. After you cook her for 9 months.
Accidental discharge.
With accidental discharge. Have you seen accident happen the same place at the same spot 3 times? If you want to leave that one, you bring accidental discharge. The accidental discharge. The only accidental discharge is once. Once it becomes day. Even me that once became true, I didn't say accidental. No, it's true now. He was on the 15th floor on the tower in Lagos. Can you climb the elevator and it will become mistake? Yeah. We didn't say the hotel, we say the tower. No, it's true. I did claim accident and that could have claimed accidental. Go to that place. It's more expensive than the tower they celebrate in Abuja here in Lagos. That's one of the most expensive things in Nigeria. World class, and it was in the tower who was staying. How you see them towering? Because what the man saw. How you see King is facing me today. When his water is cold, doesn't face me. Because you know that the people, as pastor's right hand man, is a living example. That's one of the people I like Uncle Festus, he doesn't argue. He knows that with that solid money, you cannot have a doctor and you cannot have a daddy blue. How God's people you understand faith
yes,
now? Okay. Because we talked about the energy and influence. And we've talked about the kinds of death. So your questions there. Any question, please? In and out sometime. All right.
So I need clarification on this kind of faith, sir.
Okay.
Now, my clarification is because the adults, the term is adult. Now, what kind of faith will adult have that written from the flocks and husband? Because as a flock, you're also an adult. As husband, you're also an adult. So that's what I want to. Thanks.
The question King Biko is asking is on the number 11 and of victory or hand of faith. And of course, there are 5 kinds of faith in existence. The thumbs up or down is adult human faith. That's the greatest of faith, okay? Followed by faithful ministers, so followed by the flock, followed by ministers, and followed by husbands, that is men. Like I told you why I put husband there. It doesn't mean because you are not married, once you are an adult male. So the question King is asking, which is a very, very awesome question, is let's actually give a clap offering to King for this question. Now, you say I like him, you will see that I don't hate you. By the time I answer, you will not see the reason why I say you should, because the answer is what either now or later you would have come to ask this question, even in your study. And the question he asks is that, okay, adult is supreme, you're already an adult. So what is faithful minister's faith? What is a flock's faith? What is being a minister's faith? What is being a man's faith? What will it bring that adult human faith will not bring? Do you get the question now? Right. And this is the answer. Are you ready? I'm going to use liquid again. Okay? You can have pineapple juice, orange juice, which other mango juice. Why mango? You are putting under, you say my mango. You don't want to know why daddy say mango. Ejima, you know, don't look at me. If it's you too, it's mango involved. Or say your own, at least he said pineapple, he said orange. Your own would have been mango juice. But I know you is that why you turn to him, because he mentioned the mango juice as your own number 1 juice, which is the cooking juice. So you have mango juice. Somebody has mentioned the mango. If you don't know mango, you are your own. You have mentioned orange, you have taken pineapple, strawberry. Do they have straw? Can strawberry be made into juice? Yes, sir. There's fluid inside the strawberry. Yes, I think they suck it to the okay, all right, okay. So anything. Okay, apple. Okay, all right. Now we don't do. So we have 5 now: apple, orange, pineapple, strawberry, mango. See that when I was saying he likes mango, see now, I forgot mango. He's the only one he remember. When I forgot orange, he didn't remember orange, but he remember mango. None of us can do anything against it. Has he not said the truth now? That he likes mango a lot. Now, it's true. Now, all these 5 fruit juices, they are all juices. Why? Because they have water. Now, I want to tell you, adult faith is like the water. Okay? But see, each of these fruits, they have different levels of chemicals they offer that is unique to them. Even though all of them, denominator, must have water. That's why they are in juice. So there's water of life, which your faith as an adult gives you. But there are vitamins, there are what other thing? Minerals, there are fats and oil, proteins of life that is only faithful ministers that can give you. That minerals, fat and oil and all that is called truth. You get it? There are minerals, vitamins, fat and oil. Are you with me? That only being a flock can give humanity. That is called publicity. Listen to me. Are you with me? Do you know one of the things that people find so strange about President Buhari? People couldn't understand where the hatred for him came from. Will I tell you where it came from? It came from the church, the flock. 2 or 3 children of God somewhere, minimum, who are flock, are the one that makes that hatred to gain publicity. That is the truth. Everything in life, that's what the scripture says. It says, except a corn of wheat falls to the ground and die. The grace you have as a flock, once you are saying you're a flock, is the grace of the ground. It brings popularity. That's why I told you, when a minister is popular, it doesn't mean he's going to heaven. It shows the number of God's children that has. Connect me back, please. That's true. Hallelujah.
Amen.
All the other brethren into your own. Okay. So, whenever, please let's listen to this. It's one thing that people mix up with the truth. That's why you see some people, because something is so popular, they just believe it. What makes something popular is the faith of the flock. It's not faith of an adult. Faith of an adult is the water. You get it? Something being the truth comes from faithful minister. That's why Amos chapter 3 verse 7, he said, heaven will never do anything for her without a faithful minister stepping in. Are you with me? But popularity, quantity, you get it? Fame, something spreading. See, should I challenge you, God's people? If all of you
Yes.
that are the grace, no, the faith of a flock, okay, have enough faith in me, shining light, my person can be the most famous by tomorrow. That's the truth I'm telling you. But it has nothing to do with my faithfulness. It has to do with your own faith. Don't forget the illustration again, God's people. All these juices, they are all juices because they have water. That is like the adult human faith. That is why whether a faithful minister, whether a flock, whether a minister at all, whether a husband that is an adult male, you get it? Hmm? Whether an adult male, you cannot, an adult male, you cannot release this faith until you're an adult. You see another reason why I say it's easier for women to make heaven. You know why? When you are a male, you will have the faith of your husband apart from being an adult male. But for women who are not saved, the only faith they have is adult male. Are you seeing it now? So when they get saved, what they need to focus is easier. Is not as more of that of a man. I'm not sure you are getting it. Fine, you have more opportunity to prosper. Just like you now, king. You need to release your faith to tap into the grace of Madam. You need to release your faith to tap into my grace as a faithful minister. Do you see it now? But she now only just needs to release her faith to tap, not to. What she releases over you is grace, not faith. After you release faith. Just like now, I can't release faith over any of you. I've told you years ago, I tried that and it didn't work. You get it? Because I cannot make anybody to follow me as their pastor. What I can do is to release grace. You get it? After those who are followed, because it's their own faith that will make it happen. Which is why what's been happening over Nigeria before now is being the faith of the flock. Not even those pastors. But the pastors that started believing was them. That's why the ending has come. Because God is liberating and opening the eyes of the flock now. But guess what? Faithful ministers don't even need flock for the eyes to work. That's why it's shocking them that the remnant, the little unknown faithful ministers are saying President Buhari will have one. Who are they? I'm not sure you're getting it. Oh, they must have rigged. Who has capacity to rig? The famous one, not famous one. The famous one. That's what happened to Elijah when they confronted the 450 prophets of Baal. They add the number, the faith of God under them. No, that's how those ones who were shocked. The same thing too, Moses and Aaron. When they faced the magician, that is how those magicians were what? Shocked. But there's this thing about number. But see, it's power of it's the faith the flock brings. That's why God's people, please realize how powerful your faith is. Realize that you are the one that makes ministers to be popular. You are the one that see, you are telling the truth. When each and every one of you is a flock, are you with me? When you are going to go out with you, you start me back. Hallelujah. Amen. You're not being allowed. Joy. I should join. Yes. And Mr. Somebody else with a powerful network. That's all of you see. Power of flux. That is your power of in Abuja. Yes. That's how to. Lana who now had after doing. Okay, join first. Hallelujah. Okay. add every other person. That's what we just do. The student, the day you can't beat them, what should you do? You can't do it. That's how that one too. But I saw a post about that guy. Right from 2011, every other year he changed his party. Now, after his master was not voted into Senate, but he was voted. He has crossed to the ruling party. And he has said President Buhari is his father. He is somebody to that said God told him. President Buhari, no. But somebody wrote a proverb each other year he changes party. I hope brethren online can hear Pastor very well, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we just want to add all the remaining brethren. So in answering that question, please, that is why, and that is how other levels of it comes in. Okay. The denominator is being an adult, but the specifics, if there is no faithful minister on ground, truth will never prevail. What did I say? There is no faithful minister on ground.
Truth will never prevail.
Do you see the reason why lie succeeded? Anytime lie has succeeded, you know what happened? There's a minister out there that refused to do what God told them to do. But once there's a minister out there, that's the powerful, faithful minister. They don't need to be 2 or 3. One is equal. God said just one person. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because they bring the truth. Do you get it? They bring. That's what I want to do. It's faithful that makes truth to work. I'm not sure if I'm making some sense. That's the one that makes truth to work. But it's the flock. It's the children of God, saved adults, who have the grace of a flock. Do you get it?
Yes.
Anything, once you're a flock, you release your faith in. Please listen to this.
Yes,
that thing becomes popular. Like I was about to say, each and every one of you is a flock. As you are voting, that you know what you did. You might not know this. Who you voted for became popular. Even though it was on both sides. But not because of the power of truth. That's why truth prevailed. And you know what I discovered? That was really true. If you are following the news, yesterday you see on news some youth coppers that were paraded. How they were forced to change the figure on gunpoint. And to prove that they were not lying, because some people have said they were set up. The state government will actually say they were set up. One of them recorded secretly on his phone. Even though they started, they didn't know the guy still kept his phone. So the audio was played. How each of the coppers were offered ₦1 million. By the time you offer somebody done this, ₦1 million. You understand? But do you know in the midst of that, there were people, they didn't know. One of them thought it was thumb printing for the opposite party. He didn't know he was doing it for the ruling party. That's angels at work. Angel of the power of the truth, moving his finger. What they just discovered was, even though it was the same full of force, and they opened that ballot, all the votes there were for the president. It was in the secret recording. When I saw that, I said, this is an example of nobody can do anything against the truth. But you see, this church shows you the power. That's why don't believe. It's possible if there's more flock. Are you with me? With the truth. Truth will become more popular than lie. You get it? But don't say because something is popular, that is why it's the truth. Should I tell you all these things that I'm sharing with you that it's not common. You know why it's not common yet?
Yes.
There are still more of children of God flock who believe the lie more than the one who believe the truth. Popularity belongs to the flock. You get it? Fame. That's what makes that happen. But truth belongs to faithful men. Being a minister normally, you get it? What that brings out is for something to become a concept, something to become an entity, something to become alive, so to say. Because something is alive doesn't mean it's popular. I'm not sure you're getting it. It's minister for, see, before the devil can bring a thought to you, no matter how useless that thought is, a minister somewhere has created that thought. If a minister thought he created that thought, the devil cannot grab it and put it into your head. That is the part, the faith of ministers. It's called seed. You get it?
Yes.
It's sowers that sow seed. Just like biologically, who manufactures seed, human seed, is it not the body of a man?
Yes.
Beautiful. You get it? But no matter how healthy you are as a man, without a woman, can there be a child? Because to show you that life is about loss. If you are listening to news, just last week, another large ministry that scientists cannot explain. And they said in modern human history on record, it's only 2 of such cases. The second case is what happened last week. Normally, in multiple births, okay, the real twins, are you with me, are either identical twins, like the great mania, or what they call mirror image. Fraternal twins, that is unidentical twins, they are actually siblings born at the same time. Sorry, brother Victor. Because this twin is a twin. Some of you are hearing that. That's why it's so close to F and P. You know? But you see, in his own case, his twin is a great woman. You understand? Now, why it happened that way is because 2 eggs were fertilized. Are you with me? With 2 different seeds. But for identical twins and mirror image, it is after, please listen, in them Chima. And please, people around, don't let it distract you or you distract you, whichever is distracting you. Now, for identical twins or mirror image, after the egg is fertilized. Now, I want to say this to you, women. Hello, sisters. Hello, sisters.
Have a nice one.
The day you get to a point in your life whereby the ovary, the egg you have inside you becomes wiser than you, becomes more responsible than you have failed as a woman. And I will tell you why. That ovary that God puts inside every woman, should I tell you how that ovary works? The moment that ovary is fertilized by a semen, immediately, not a second after, immediately it shuts itself against any penetration by any other semen. What that means, that as a woman, you're only supposed to open to a man that courts you. And once a man courts you, you're supposed to shut up to every other man. So, that's what happens. But you see, one of the life streams, and like I said last week, is online. And it's only second time it has ever happened. So that's like 2 in trillions. They didn't even know how it could happen. In fact, go and ask doctors, how do you normally know that your child is an identical twin? Because they share one umbilical cord. It means that it's one egg that splits into two, which happened in our great men here. Now, in this case, because normally once it's one egg, whether mirror image or identical, what's the difference between mirror image? In mirror image, okay, one of, all of us, our organic heart is on our left side.
Yes, sir.
But for mirror image, one of them, the heart will be on the right. That's why they call them mirror image, because your right hand is mirror to your left hand.
Yes.
So they are, and those ones, one will be a right-handed person, the other one will be left-handed. Normally, they don't do the same profession. One will be extrovert, one will be introvert, and all that. Okay?
Okay, sir.
But for non-identical, that is siblings born at the same time, they are normally most time male and female. You also have male, but they won't look alike. They won't, because they are just siblings born at the same time. But this one, when this woman was pregnant, they noticed that there's only one umbilical cord. So all they were expecting was 2 guys or 2 babes. That's what they were expecting. Either as identical or mirror image. When the children arrived, guess what they saw? A boy and a girl. It was like impossible. So they started doing the research and they now discovered what happened. They couldn't understand how, but that was just what happened. 2 seeds, 2 semen, 2 sperms fertilized the egg at the same time. Not milliseconds apart. When they did it, thousands of seconds apart, it was at exactly the same time. Exactly the same time. And they said that's the only second in recorded history. But why I'm just telling you that is that as small as conception of life is about loss, it can be explained. That's why I say life is predictable. There's nothing that something just happened. Are you with me? So when somebody will tell somebody, oh, I prophesy male child, don't show male child. Let that male seed not run before the female child. In fact, if God will deal with you very well, let the fertilizer with female seed break into 3 plates. It's true. Just like some time ago, I saw a woman with a set of triplet girls. See, if you don't work on your flesh, as a parent, you want to esteem a female child, and you know it's a sin. All children are the same, yes, whether male or female. As long as they are children, what you will not do for your male child, don't do for your girl child. What you will not do for your girl child, don't do for your. Because it's a great sin for God. Because when you are doing that, you are telling that God is stupid for giving you that particular gender. It's a sin against God. All your children are the same. Okay? When they now become adult, whether men or women, they are now on their own. Their faith will not be. If when it comes to marriage, raise up your boys to know that as a man, you are the one that have faith to activate the grace women carry. Raise your girls to realize that you don't have faith when it comes to marriage. It's only grace you have. And how you carry that grace is by being God fearing, not man fearing. Are you with me? But let me tell you, sisters, how you know that you carry grace, you have arrived, is imagine a man or another wants to beat you as a and you don't even flinch, you don't even move back. Stand. I'm sure that you have entered rest, you are not afraid. And they never give out to that man to succeed. Why men succeed is because the woman has made God.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead, man.
Please repeat that statement, sir.
Which statement?
About how you have entered. No, sir. As a woman, I didn't get it. The very last statement, sir.
The truth, why I'm asking that which statement, I haven't finished the statement before you asked.
I'm sorry.
That's the thing. Because please, let's learn to hear well, please. Faith comes by hearing, not by what is being said. It's by what we hear. Of course, I understand, I appreciate that all of us really wants to get this truth, okay? And which is why I even encourage us to study. Do you get it? Because I'm not claiming perfection here. Do you understand?
Yes.
And that's why I tell you that for every one of you, I'm looking forward to the day that these mistakes that I see or incomplete, when I go back and study, is each and every one of you that you discover it when you do your own study. So, in answer to your question, King, I hope you understand. Faith as an adult is like water. But faith as faithful minister, which brings truth. And that's why truth prevails. Because a faithful minister has not denied the right truth. That's why truth will prevail. Or a flock, why something gain popularity? Are you with me? Because 2 or 3 of God's children who have the grace of a flock, okay, have put their faith in that particular matter. I hope you can separate that from truth.
Yes, sir.
Because something is popular doesn't mean it's the truth. All the popularity of a lie, truth will prevail. Even the people will not know where the truth is prevailing from. Okay? And I'll give you a practical example. It's not as if angel will thumbprint. If angel went to go and thumbprint, but that's shit. God will never participate in it. But guess what? God said the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. God moves it to where. What heaven can do for the truth, okay? Influence people to do the right thing. You get it now? But it is still people that will do it. Because if you say angel go and vote, that was the angel will come and write the exam. Angel will not write the exam. But angel can influence you to write the right answer. That's what the Bible says when you are brought before the court. He said, don't think about what you will say. He said, God will give you what you will say. Not as if God will say it for you. Or close the eyes of the judge. Or block his ears. You get it now? Because life is about laws. Okay? So, and when it comes to the faith of adult males, once you are an adult male, are you with me? And you are not a faithful minister, you get it? It's your faith that will determine the lot of seeds that come from you. But not faith in them, not prayer over them. Faith in the woman, not necessarily their mother, but the woman you click, you bond with. And I've told you, brothers, as long as you are image and glory of God as a man, you cannot see polygamy doesn't exist practically. No man that God put here can bond more than one woman. That's the truth. And it's high time men, our brothers were listening, start telling yourself this truth. At least for the sake of those God's heritage that God used your DNA to bring to this world. You understand? The only time, okay, that would not be directly your responsibility is when you are what? A faithful, yeah, because of what you are bringing is the number one, which is the truth, which nobody can do anything against. You understand that? But that you are not a faithful minister, and you now say, you now tell it to your wife, see what my children are becoming. Where did you get them from? Stop that bullshit. Sorry for my English. Stop that lie. Stop that blasphemy. You are the one that made it happen. You are the one that what? Made it happen. That's why sometimes women, listen to me. Once your husband is not a faithful minister, are you with me? Is the truth of what I'm about to tell you? Don't fool yourself and say, I shall pray This will work for my children. It's the responsibility of the sower. Because it's a man. Because it's man's faith that makes that happen. This is why I told that couple that is not where they celebrate. I told them, I said, it is celebration of marriage. Which church, which shrine, which temple. It just celebrate. It does not mean. And I asked them a question, and I was very happy that the two of them come from different parts. Fine, they are ethnically related, but one comes from south, the other person comes from south. And now I was happy. So I just gave them an illustration. I said, if the husband starts speaking the wife's language, does that mean his blood has changed? But the answer is no. And I told them, I said, that's how all these things that people think makes marriage don't make marriage. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That is why this very soon, in fact, you will see what we are doing now. Very soon. Let me let the cat off. See, some of you still have Thomas faith. When you see is when you believe. Okay?
Okay, sir.
You are going to see prototype of what a ministry office worship center should be. Very soon. In a matter of days and weeks, we're going to move into our own. And that's how the center should be. See, the closest you will see it look like is broadcasting center or media houses. It will be this conventional temple or shrine that people go to. Understand? Because it's not the place that makes worship, it's the people. You understand? It's the people. But most of those places you won't be seeing me in person. What you will just see is the technology is called an hologram technology. You will think it's me, but it's not me. It's a 3D projection. So when you get to those and you think pastor is the one saying, I lie, no be me. I might be seated in my office or in my bedroom. But that's how it's supposed to be. It's about the truth. It's about the word. Not about building. Not about person. You get it? And you will see how that truth will spread around. How people will begin with confidence stop going to these building called churches. They will sit there in the convenience of their home, in their car, and they are hearing the truth. They will now realize that your pastor is not the person you see, but the person that you're following the principles of this life that is taught you, and you are using it to influence your marriage, your family, your place of work, your neighborhood, being the best in all those areas. That's actually what Christendom should be. We being the best. That's why you see the greatest grace is that being of a king. Each and every one of us manifested as king and queen. Marriage, family, neighborhood, place of work. You understand? You are a member of staff, the best. You have your own business, the best of business. Nobody pays better than you. That's Christianity. Do you understand? Which other one again? People do. You are married, you are the best husband anybody can have. You are the best wife, God-fearing woman that any woman can be. You are the best parents. You are the best adult children for your parents. You are the one that makes your parents so proud more than anybody else makes their parents proud. That's Christianity. In your neighborhood, everybody wants to be the chairman of the neighborhood because you are the best in your neighborhood. When you are around, when you are in town, everybody is happy. When you are not around, everybody misses you. You are your annual leave, everybody in the office is calling you. Not because you can do their job for you. They just notice that there's no joy in this. I'm not saying she's like joy. I mean, I said there's which was that? Okay, happiness. Okay, meant to be happiness.
Yes.
Which was that? There's no.
There's happiness now.
It's a name happiness. Answer now, no be your professor ask question. It's a name happiness. No, yes or no. There's nothing like sorry. Nobody did hear sorry by name. That's how truth comes out from men. Sisters, you see example of them. When your husband come, greet them this way, truth will come out. They say they want to go and make phone call to who? Truth will come out. By the time you say flat tire, hey, which part? You will not hear Kemi Crescent. Know that Kemi is the flat tire. No, it's true now. Oh, we had a late night meeting. Now what for Abibat do? Abibat is the late night meeting. No, it's true. Because nobody can do anything against the truth but the truth. All right. Any other question before we call it a day? So that we all go with strong faith, big faith, correct faith. You said something to me one time. I thought you was that's why you sleep. Did you give me any sleep? No. Okay, it's for communication department. All right. Any other question, God's people? I hope Doctor, I've told you what you said you should remind me. Are you sure? But I can't remember the thing. But I hope I've told you what you said you should remind me. Okay, I think I've told it. Yeah. I pray you are smiling. Have I told the one I said you should remind me?
Yes, I said last week.
Are you sure? But this smile. You know, when people want you to forget what you are, they start smiling. But we don't know. Smile is powerful. Though. Try it. When you start smiling at somebody, most of the time the person will forget what you want to do. Try it. It's a very effective weapon. Don't start smiling at people. Smile has a way of neutralizing people.
That's a word of frowning.
Frowning. Yeah. That one has a way of angry.
It's a word of silence.
That one is very powerful, especially for fools. No, it's true. No, they've said that silence is the best answer. And if you notice, Christ did that for many people. Once they're asking him stupid question, he doesn't answer. That is the pepper people. You know, you are already coming with muzzle. Where is my food? You didn't hear me? Are you deaf? When your name is good, Mama and Papa no who name you deaf. They are copying bad manners. After the person finish reaching Oxford Dictionary, they will go to Thesaurus and go and carry food by themselves and leave you. Sometimes it's very powerful. Very powerful. But let's do everything in wisdom. You understand? Let's do everything in wisdom. You understand? Sometimes you answer people to calm them down. Sometimes you don't answer them to calm them down. In fact, I witnessed some years ago a face-up that happened. Do you know that the person that abused this man in that face-up, it was even a woman. It was that woman, the first person this person greeted the next day. The other people that look quiet, he didn't greet them. The person that said you are a fool, you are mad, is the first person this man said good morning. I'm not really getting it. That's what the Bible says, that we should allow our speech to be seasoned with salt. Some people you need to tell them who they are. But some people is not saying anything. For some people is laughing. For some people is not laughing. In fact, sometimes you will bend backwards to win some people. No, it's true. Sometimes you say yes, not that you want to say yes, but because of the victory that lies ahead. And sometimes you must never say yes. No, it's true. You say on more cases that you say yes. There are some people where they are coming for, they've set you up. That see, you will never say yes or she will never say yes. And the moment you now say yes, you know, you will scatter. They will not go back to where they say, God punish you. You want me to turn my back on that God-fearing woman? You want me to turn my back on pastor? You say pastor will never say yes. Not only pastor say yes, not only does this woman say yes, even supported me. That's why it's all like, in fact, Holy Spirit is also among God's people. What did I say? Every part of us, Holy Spirit knows. In fact, many times when I see little decisions, the Holy Spirit leads me. They end up being awesome. They end up being awesome. And that is why anytime you have a check, you want to react to people or to a situation, and you have a check, please obey the check. Do you understand what I'm saying? Obey the check. See, there are people, some of them around you, among you here, that have been tremendous blessings to you. Are you with me? But you see, in time past, I almost lost the relationship. You understand? Because in their weakness or ignorance, they said things to me. But today, when I look back, I'm always lifting them and say, thank you, Father, that I listened to you, never to cut off the relationship. I'm not sure if you're understanding that. Sometimes, because we can't see beyond our own emotions. But heaven sees beyond. God is like parents. You know, as a parent, I've told you before, the day you register, all of us, you know what I'm talking about, the first day you register your child in school, you see them graduating.
Yes.
That's why you took them to school for the first day.
That's true.
That is how God, our Heavenly Father, is. The day we arrived in our mother's school, God has seen us made it in life. And back to heaven in big time.
Amen.
So and that is how He has made everything. And that's why these three essentials, not even compulsory, essentials. Do those three. Grow up, get saved, be faithful. There's no way you will inherit the promise of the life which thou is and make heaven big time. That's why you see me as an adult. I don't, if you like, poison. I've been poisoned before. Not as if I will not know poison that I will go and drink it. That one is suicide. I didn't know. It was the people that poisoned the food that came. You understand? The one that they slapped me and beat me and shot arrow and gone. That one I didn't know they have arrow. If I know I go, I won't go there. If I know they will slap me, I won't pass that way. So don't say that they have slapped the pastor, they can slap me too. If they go there from the slap, you are the one. No, it's true. Because sometimes people do stupid things in the name of God. Meanwhile, it has nothing to do. Don't forget, I've told you, God's grace is feminine. It's your own faith that is what? Masculine. Of somebody you follow. So, but you see, in the midst of that, I've told you before, see, if you ever see me looking sad, it's not people, it is me. That's me. I just want to make sure I did the right thing. Once I did the right thing, that as a minister, I've not projected the wrong. If you like, carry shop, come and cut down. I won't flinch. Because I knew I've fulfilled the three essentials. Of course, nobody can turn me into a child again. It's too late. You can't unsave me. The only one is make me unfaithful and you won't succeed. That is why if nobody follows me, I will still preach this truth every day. And all of us can get to that point. In fact, what helped me, let me tell you what helped me. Keep people in my life every single day. I'm telling you this secret. It's really helping me. Keep people that mean a lot to me. Are you with me? Adults, I don't mean children. Don't go and pray witchcraft prayer that if your children leave you, if they are not adult and you pray that kind of prayer, they are waiting for you in hell. I'm talking about adults. Adult humans around me. Are you with me? Who really have been a blessing to me. You know what I always pray? I always say, I said, if so, and I mentioned I don't generalize. I mentioned them specifically. As if they wake up today, I have nothing to do with me. I'll tell them I will still preach the word in season and out of season. And that has been helping me. But that's not an easy prayer to pray. Because your flesh will cry. But these are people that have been a blessing to you. Do that, God's people. It will help you. Consecrate people that mean a lot to you. Tell them that if this person stops with this blessing, I will still follow a faithful minister. And you already have a faithful. Mention that particular minister by name. I will still follow so as he follows Christ. In fact, start with that person. that the day this my pastor mentioned it by name stops following Christ, I will stop following him. I'm not sure you're there. Yeah. Get so addicted to your and now see God move on your behalf. But that's the secret I'm sharing with you. See, sometimes I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes I start my day with no testimony at all. But at the end of the day, if I've noticed something with most of my days, the day that I start lowest end up being the biggest at the end of the day. But that's the secret. And one thing I don't do, please don't do this. I don't carry yesterday's victory to today. Because if you are not careful, you walk out of God's will. That's why you say I don't compare service. See, when we start, I said there's supposed to be question. Did I start with question? Because as I was doing, all this just say go. And I did that. Even in your purpose, don't put yourself in a box. You understand? If God has told you this is your purpose, this time you should follow your pastor, and you have done A and it worked, don't put yourself in a prison. Oh, because you are not able to do it that you did yesterday, today. Don't say that doesn't mean you have failed. Be married to the leading of the Spirit of God at every time. And you know me. When you see me open eye, you know that I open eye. It doesn't pass these glasses. You all know me. And I'm telling you, yeah, I didn't see it in my life. I just want you to loosen up. That's why you see, I like to shake you up. Why I shake you up so that I want you to be conscious of who you are. Because I know that once you can develop your confidence with me, your pastor, there's nobody you won't be able to face with confidence in your life. You understand? That when you see me, we're hugging about that. At the end of the day, I will start smiling. I'm happy. I want you to get to that point whereby you will know that your faith is supreme. Not pastor's faith, but your own faith. In fact, as your pastor, tell yourself this kind of that. As long as my pastor is following Christ, okay, I'm going to follow even if he pursues me. Say things that can be meaningful to you. It will encourage your faith, God's people. So I want to tell you that, and I'm proud to associate with the President Buhari's victory. I'm saying that because it's a manifestation of this scripture. Nobody can do anything against the truth. I want to encourage you in your life too. Embrace the truth. And I keep on telling you, if people are looking for how Christ look, give them your picture. But don't let them worship your picture.
Yes, sir.
If they carry your picture, go away. Expect a day tomorrow. But they will go and put it under calabash. Don't give them your picture. I just say what? Show them. Oh, okay, I think this one will be better before everybody start talking, arguing and idolating. Whenever everybody asks you, they want to see God, how does Christ look? Ask them for their picture. You get it? And show them their own picture and say, this is how Christ looks. That's better. That's better.
Oh, if they are atheists or they don't believe in Christ.
They are atheists. Yes. They are even more spiritual people. No, it's true. Like I told you, even though atheism is bad, but they are still better. You know why? Because atheists, the only thing that they don't believe in, of course, they do not believe in grace of God. You understand? But you know how you can conquer them? Tell them to close their nose and close their mouth. And they must not remove it. Nobody will tell them to remove it. That is God. It's true. Let them not breathe. And if there is no God, how come they cannot change? Like now, maybe they are A, their wife is B. They will not say their children will not be B or A or B in a line. None of their children can be O. It's true. So those are the things you can use to conquer atheists. There are a lot of proofs of life that they themselves can't argue. When they are sleeping, how come they wake up? Who sustain them when they are sleeping? How come they dream about things and it comes to pass after the dream? There's no atheists who have not dreamt in one time in their life. And what they dreamt about come to pass, even though they have not lived it before. Those are proof, evidences that there is God. So when they are telling you, what normally happens to, let me tell you why we are having a lot of atheists. Is the religious people. Now I told you what atheism and religion is. Unidentical twins of the devil. Is religion that gives birth to atheism. Because religion is not about the truth. Do you get it? Religion gives the impression of a stupid God. In fact, most religious people, they are serving the God of their cult leader. That is it. That is it. That's why you will see denomination, they are all serving the GO. The doctrine of the GO. Have you ever seen any GO preach it is written and take questions? And live their life as an open scrutiny. I'm not saying you shouldn't have protocol. Of course, you should have protocol. Having protocol in your life is part of holiness. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm talking about. You see me now. When I talk to her, I call her madam. You know why I'm calling her madam? Because she's married. Even though I'm a pastor. You understand? She's married. I'm not sure if you're getting what I'm talking about. You see some people, you see, if you are not a pastor, I hope somebody you are listening to me, yes, and you are not a mom, and you are not an husband, you must respect her. Those three, our mama will not respect her. No. Won't a pastor respect her? Yes. So if those three can respect her, who is a boss? Yes. Who is another member of church? Who is a brother? I hope everybody you are listening to this. Very well. You see, sometimes people talk to people anyhow. Yes. You have no right to disrespect people, no matter who they are. The Bible says, let brotherly love continue. What it means, you must learn to respect people. There are people, don't talk to people, no matter who they are. Even if they are working for you, they are still humans. The Bible is treat on so as you want them to treat. Listen to me, God's people. Those works of faith are the evidences and proof that God is with you. If you are lazy, God is not with you. What is that? If you are unclean, you are not disciplined, which is part of what I'm talking. You are not disciplined in your dressing, you are not disciplined in your speech, you are not disciplined in your manners. God is not with you. If you are stupid, you are not doing something that makes sense, God is not with you. Which is why you will see now, I will never support a wife being a slave to the husband or husband being a slave, because none of us is brought here to be a slave. God is not in it. God is not in it. Whether male or female. Then, which one they are being nasty? See, even if somebody does you bad, you have no right to do bad to them. Are you with me? Yes. You have no right. Some days ago, somebody online, I don't know, this person was not my contact online, just send a message, a desperate message that things are literally gone for him and his wife and their children. I don't know him from Adam. In fact, to prove that he started cursing himself, that if he's telling a lie, that's so. I told him, see, you don't need to curse yourself. If you say the truth, if it's not even me, God will raise help. But if you are telling a lie, there is enough loss in life that will take care of you. And you don't need to curse yourself. And I told him, I said, okay, send. I didn't ask for his number. And I said, send your account number to me. And I said what God leads me. I don't know. Of course, because which is what I do by default, which I believe anybody following the truth will do. Any fresh content, I always connected with this daily bread. So I sent the subscription. I think he assumed that was my number. So the next day after greeting, I said, well, calling you, sir, you didn't pick. My wife wants to greet you and I appreciate. No, I said that's not my number. Because your numbers, I don't worry. I will let you know when I'll be available. Of course, that's an open-ended. You see, sometimes people do things so that the people will say thank you. Let me tell you the truth. The people I like to do things for are people that cannot repay me. I love that. And that's how you should be as God's people. Most of what we call love is not love, an advertisement. It's a way of enslaving people. Like there's somebody sometime ago that wanted a favor, and I told the person, I said, I'm going to only grant this favor on one condition. You must agree to change the identity, the outlook of this blessing. And this great man asked me, said, why, Pastor? I said, because I don't want anybody to trace it back to me. I don't want somebody out of Babel to now be making fun. Oh, what pastor has enjoyed and used is what just to downgrade. I want your DNA to put. That's how you should be. You understand that, God's people? Don't ever do things expecting a thank you. Once you get people's thank you, you won't get God's own. But see, when you don't get people's thank you, everyone will say thank you. So as God's people, nothing justifies being nasty to people. No matter how much they have been nasty to you, don't be nasty back. It's for your own good. Just like when you see the law of forgiveness in the Bible, it has nothing to do. That's why you see me, now I've just said it. When you see me rattle any of you, it's for your own good. It has nothing bitter. I've told you, if you really ask people around me, when you see me like I'm sad or angry, it's with myself. Just like this morning, I did something which I've told all of you, and I'm entering this year. Whenever you're praying for your pastor, pray for me in this area. I still stumbled this morning, and when one of you came around, I was just saying, I said, Pastor, is this not what you said we should pray for that you will not? No more answer to him. I said, what did you think when you saw me this morning? I said, the anger is about myself because I felt angry that I still did what I've said I would not. But you know, if you don't know me, you will think it's you I'm angry with. You will know I'm angry with myself because I've come to realize once you are an adult, if you don't break a law, somebody else's prophecy cannot break the law on your behalf. Do you understand that, God's people? So I want us to be encouraged, please. All right? I want us to be encouraged. And I trust God, who is the God of truth, is going to rise strong on all of us's behalf in Jesus' mighty name. Okay? So I won't take much of your time. We've tried. You said you still have questions. Please write it down, okay? Don't forget your assignment too. Because 3 assignments. The first one, arrange the essentials in life in hierarchy. Okay? Is the greatest being an adult, followed by being saved, and the least is being faithful. Okay? Or otherwise. Then the second one is why is being faithful the greatest of grace? That's what produces sonship. If you read Romans chapter 8, he said this onward is waiting for the manifestation of sons of God. When you get it, you're not a son of God. It is when you are faithful, you become a son of God. That's why Romans 8:14 said, for as many as are led by the Spirit, they are what? The sons of God. So why is that the greatest of grace from God? When you're faithful. Okay? Because it's your faith that will make you faithful. You see the balance of God now. But the grace comes from. So why is that the greatest of grace? And the third one, why is the grace of a flock higher than that of a minister? Why is that higher? So that should be the easiest of all. Because I answered that today over and over and over and over. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The one that would have been the fourth. That's why you should all appreciate Saint Chima. He asked the question on our behalf, which is why is there not grace of a man or husband, and why is there not faith of a woman? The answer, we know that one. Marriage, family life, men bring faith, women bring grace. And no matter how much the grace you carry as a woman, without a man cutting you, that grace cannot manifest to anybody, even your own children that you give birth to. That's the truth. It's an interesting principle. An interesting principle. So stay blessed, God's people, and stay raptured. We all see God willing on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.